Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make my caramelized crimson pear cold processed soap. Now the inspiration for this video came from the gorgeous fragrance oil Caramelized Crimson Pear by Nature's Garden. And this was a new fragrance oil to me this season, and I'm super glad I took a chance on it because I think this is going to be my new fall favorite for a while. It's so gorgeous. It's got bottom notes of rich vanilla, caramel, sugar, and top notes of crisp Anjou pear. It's a perfect fragrance to take you through the fall season and also probably through the Christmas season as well. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you tips and tricks on how to make this soap, and in the description box, I'll be linking items such as where to get the little embed mold and colorants and fragrance. But if you would like the full written recipe plus the written tutorial, head on over to my Patreon campaign, where for $5 you can unlock this recipe and all the recipes I've ever published. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and pour the lye and water solution into our melted oils and butters. And I'm just bringing this just to emulsification. So just blended, not quite to trace. A very, very light trace. Okay, that's gonna be it. So then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split off my batch. So I'm gonna be reserving some of this for piping on the top, and then I'm gonna divide the rest into 3 equal parts. So I'm gonna be pouring off about 12 ounces of soap. That's going to be for my piping. And then I'm going to divide the rest of the batch into 3 equal parts. Go ahead and scrape out the remaining soap. Okay. And then we're going to add in some color and some fragrance to these containers. Okay, so I'm going to be putting in titanium dioxide into this container, but I am reserving half of this for the piping. So I'm just going to be pouring half of that mixture into there. This is a really old color. It's called Soft Beige, and it is from Brambleberry. I've had it for several years. There just hasn't been a lot of times to use it, but I thought it went really well with the Caramelized Crimson Pear that we're using. So this is about a teaspoon left over. I've already made 1 batch of this soap, so I'm just going to be using the rest of this, which is a teaspoon's worth, plus a little bit of cappuccino mica, also from Brambleberry, just about a quarter of a teaspoon. And then to the third container, I'm going to be adding in a teaspoon of another very old color I have called Merlot Sparkle Mica. This is also from Brambleberry. And about a quarter of a teaspoon of really red mica powder from Nurture Soap. I just want to brighten it up just a smidge. And the two combined really look like that crimson pear. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my fragrance oil. I am reserving some for the piping in this case. So I'm gonna save the rest of this off to the side for the piping. And then all I'm gonna do is give this a stir by hand at first. I want this soap to be pretty fluid for the design that I have in mind for this soap. So I don't want to over blend my mixture. I cannot believe how good this fragrance is, and I can't believe that I've never tried it before. This is the first year I've decided to give this one a try, even though I've known about it for several years. I think it's got to be one of my new fall favorites. So this is going to be part of my November soap release. Gosh, it just smells, it's got top notes of like Anjou pear, but it's also got that like nice caramely, caramel apple kind of fragrance at the bottom. And it's just fantastic. Like, I'm gonna be making sugar scrubs out of this and probably lotions. It smells super, super good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a good stick blend, but not too much, because this design that I have in mind for this, my soap needs to be relatively fluid. Okay, so we're just gonna go from lightest to darkest. And just being careful not to over blend. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is just put our spatulas back in and get this ready to go. And then I'm gonna get the mold over here and ready to pour. So all I'm gonna be doing with these colors is just kind of plopping them down in random order. I'm gonna start with the brown. And we're just gonna keep alternating colors until it's all the way full. And I'm just gonna tamp this down. I wonder if the camera is picking up the colors. The colors look really pretty in person, so I'm hoping that the camera is picking up some of those nice, kind of warm fall crimson pear colors. Down this top. And then I'm going to give the top a swirl with a chopstick. Although I'm kind of liking how it's looking now, I do want to drag some of this white over. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in, see, let's get that evened out. I'm going to set this off to the side, and we're going to add in to the piping here, we're going to add in the rest of the titanium dioxide and the rest of the fragrance oil. Okay, so here we go. Pouring in the titanium dioxide and then pouring in the rest of the fragrance. And then we're gonna blend this up. Okay, so we're just gonna give this some time to set up into a piping consistency, and we'll be right back to show you what we're doing to the top. Okay, we're back to go ahead and pipe the top of this soap, and I'm just using a large piping tip with an open kind of star tip here, and I'm just gonna pipe down one side. I'm gonna put 2 dollops on one side. I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of go by eye here. So the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and place our embeds. So let me go ahead and flip this around. Maybe you can see that a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and place the embeds. Now I've made some really cute little pear embeds. I've made a green, kind of like the green colored Anjou pear. And then I've also made some crimson pears. And it's gonna be really hard for you to see this because you can't really see the shape of the pear. But this is a little pear mold that I got from Vanulay.com. And I love Vanulay so much. They have the most high quality molds, and everything comes out looking just like the real thing. And you get a lot of little miniature 3D shapes, and these just look like little miniature pears, and I thought they were super cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to space these out. And place them in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spritz this down with 99% rubbing alcohol, and then I have something really special that I'm gonna show you what I'm doing on the top. So I'll be right back when we're ready to do that. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and dust the top with some Shimmer Gold Mica from Nurture Soap. Here's my bag, the Shimmer Gold Mica powder from Nurture Soap. I was gonna put some edible gold leaf on the top of this, but I don't have enough practice with that. And when I was practicing with it off camera, it wasn't coming out the way that I wanted. So instead, we're just gonna give the top of the pears a little gold dusting, and it'll give it that same effect I was looking for. And I think I have another idea anyway for the edible gold leaf, for another soap project that I can use it for. Okay. All right, everybody, that is the making of caramelized crimson pear cold processed soap. Please stay tuned for the cutting. All right, everybody, we're back to go ahead and cut this caramelized crimson pear soap, and I think it just turned out beautiful. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the inside, and it smells so good. I think this is going to be a new fall favorite for me for sure. So I'm just going to cut off the little end piece here. Okay. This is not my favorite soap cutter, but it does the job. It's just not very sturdy. Okay. Ooh, the swirls are really pretty. It smells really, really beautiful. All right, everybody, if you liked this video, please make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Catch you on the next one.